U.S. President Donald Trump has announced that he will permanently pause migration from all third world countries.
Mr. Trump says he will remove anyone who is not a net asset to the United States or is incapable of loving the USA.
Now, joining us to discuss the situation is Erwin Clare. He's the managing director of the New York-based Caribbean Immigrant Service. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Clare.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
All right, now, Mr. Clare, could you tell me which countries, this latest policy, which countries are expected to be impacted?
Your guess would be good as good as mine. There's a lot of uncertainties around that. As you know, the whole third world usage for countries, poorer countries, one of those geopolitical terms that terminologies that many times it's in the definition that we'd have to wait for on the president's part. The president made this comment right after the event, so I'm not certain sufficient thought was given into his response. So we'll just have to wait to see who are defined as such. You might recall earlier in the year, some 12 to 13 countries faced similar situation where bans were made, primarily Muslim countries. So again, we'll have to wait to hear what their definition is on this particular situation.
And Mr. Clare, I know there may still be some uncertainties, but can you say what is the timeline for when this is to take effect and possibly end?
Well, you see, one of the things you learn in immigration today, especially in this administration and their response to situations of the sort, is that there is never any way one could predict. We have seen situations where a $100,000 fine was placed on H-1 visa holders, and they were implementing it within a 48-hour period. Situations as such, what the president has mentioned here, would require other determinant factors, and then you'd also have lawsuits. So I don't see this thing as being imminent, as something happening immediately, because there will be pushback on this, and so to be one of those situations that would just cause immigrants to be in limbo with a great deal of uncertainty. I think more is being made of the shock appeal by the announcement than its application at this point.
And just to provide some context for our viewers, can you say what triggered this latest hardline policy from the U.S. president?
Well, the shooting of two guards, National Guards in Washington, and unfortunately, one passed away today. It was allegedly done by an Afghan migrant who was part of the folks who left Afghanistan after the United States left Afghanistan. A person who worked with the United States CIA entities in Afghanistan and provided services to protecting this nation, and was granted refugee status just this year, vetted by the present administration. So obviously they feel somehow the vetting process may not have accomplished what it was intended to, but we still await the circumstances under what would have led this person to have committed these atrocities.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Clare. That's all the time we have. That was Mr. Erwin Clare, the managing director of the New York-based Caribbean Immigrant Service.
The fact that everyone is freaking out about the USA banning third world countries, it doesn't matter if Jamaica has been banned from America, because at the end of the day, Jamaica has made more contributions to America's society than most other groups have, whether indigenous or immigrant, whether from sports, culture, medicine, politics, you name it. USA is only famous for stealing other people's resources and trying to bully other countries around the world. And it's the same mentality most Americans have. I think it's time we focus more on our own countries. And it's not that the world owes America, but it's America who owes the world for the years of plundering, casualties, and meddling in other countries' political affairs just to suit their agendas.